got to sit, not ask. Yes, you have to sit and experience by yourself. Because this focal point for normal people, you can't feel it at all. Put it this way. For a normal, ordinary people who never meditate, or even they meditate, because the concentration is still very mild, not strong yet. It doesn't know how to focus. So most of the time, you see, your mind is not thinking external thing, and that is the reason why we cannot concentrate. We ask you to watch the breath. You try to watch your breath, and boom, fly all over the place, right? Because the breath is so refined. So if you try to use forced breathing, then after you get tense up again. I mean, these are those exercises we come across. We try methods, because when you read the sutta, the sutta say what? Breathing in, I know. Breathing out, I know. Right? It's very vast. Breathing in, how to know? I mean, for a beginner, let's face it, breathing, I know. Of course I know. How can I do that? But where to focus it? Right? Where to focus it? And it is quite frustrated when a person is quite frustrated and you were something like in the undecided, where to focus? Right? So, those who are already using the breath method, you know the method, just continue. Don't change, right? Don't change your method. Or those who have used chanting, you may continue. Now, using chanting, I want to stress one point here is because when you do chanting, repetition, you repeat Putto. For example, you repeat Putto. And what happened is, it got to have a point of reference in your body. Your mind need to come back to the body. I remember last time, when I was a lay people, when I meditate, I put. My mind is just like an aeroplane up in the air. I cannot find a runway to land. I keep putto, but the more I putto, the more I get frustrated. Yeah. So what happened is we get a focal point. So the best focal point is your lower abdomen, your solar plexus, or your between your eyelid. Okay, I want to stress one point is, for those people who got high blood pressure, not advisable. Okay? But for those people who got low blood pressure, the best. Yes. Why? Because you got low blood pressure. So when you focus here, when the concentration build up, it becomes a form of energy, right? Become very, very refined. So when you focus here, your blood pressure elevated, and you feel so nice. But for people who got high blood pressure, not nice at all. Yeah. Or people got heatiness, you get yourself, your headache will intense. So from a lot of meditators and workshops that we have conducted, we come to conclusions that you got to look at the people's their bodily conditions first thing. I mean, more refined. We do some tick first, Okay, this person is like that. Low blood pressure, okay, you can focus on this. High blood pressure, better go down. Go on to your lower abdomen or your solar plexus. So let's do it now. Let's sit and meditate. And try to feel the sensation. Focus on the lower abdomen, your lower abdomen, or the part that is very prominent now in your body. There's only 3-4 parts in your body that the breath will present itself to let you notice that, I can feel it on my lower abdomen. There's a very prominent feeling. You can feel it. You focus there. Now, once you focus there, okay, you locate and you focus there. At the same time, I want you to repeat Putto, right? Putto or knowing, up to you. Whatever, I want you to repeat this thing softly on your focal point, on your lower abdomen or your solar plexus. And I'm going to explain why. Why we need Putto and the focal point on our body is to develop a skill. We want to develop a skill, a kind of skill in how to handle ourselves into directing our distorted, troubled mind that's causing a lot of mental drainage, also called after a hard day's work, engaging with our social engagement externally. And our mind is very tired. So we want to have some mental rest. Right? People can go and sleep, take a nap, but it only helps you to relieve a very little amount. But if you were to direct this focal point, direct your attentions to pay attention to this and focus on your lower abdomen, your solar plexus, or whatever spot that is more prominent now. And at the same time, you whisper Putto on that spot. And you will discover that, our mind love it. Because why? You're trying to find a home, an internal home for your mind. We already have a house, a home for the body, but not for the mind. And that's why we are so mentally drained. We are so mentally stressful that we don't know how to handle ourselves. This is very, very important for every human being. This mental health or this mental peace, mental happiness. Being able to develop a skill, a knowledge through hands-on training. I use the word develop a skill, a knowledge through hands-on training. At this moment, each and every individual can experience, feel for yourself onto your focal point. When you repeat the word putto at the spot, you can find or you can notice that this energy is coming back to the body. Why? It's just like the rewinding. You are rewinding all your energy back. You can put it, you are charging a battery. It's not wrong. You're charging your mental battery so that your mind can enter a state of peace and quietness. And you feel good. You feel good. You feel nice. Right? Point to take note on your focus. You mustn't exert too much pressure. Just do like normal attention will do. Don't force it. In the event when there's a symptom of a kind of feeling that you are zooming towards internally, don't retrieve, just zooming, follow the zooming. At the same time, don't let go of the putto, follow. Because our mind is very clever, very smart, very wise. When you discover that this is something that we need, because all this while our mind has been experiencing weariness, very tired. We don't know why, very tired. Even though we sleep, wake up, still we cannot activate a kind of energizing energy or mental power like before. And you thought that maybe I'm sick, maybe this and maybe that. You go to a doctor's, you get on the medication, and still it doesn't help. Then you start to put a blame on your age. Maybe you're too old. No. Because we are mentally drained. Right? That's why we come to this kind of retreat. We allow ourselves to develop a skill, learn the knowledge of how to cultivate our mind, cultivate, practice and train a method in how to direct the mind back to the body, back to this present moment, know how to locate a focal point and how to calm the mind down internally without the aids of external thing like music. No. You don't underestimate this type of training and practices. It's very powerful, it's very beneficial for our mind. Because once we have mastered this kind of skill and knowledge, we understand the suffering, the kind of stress. All the while, we are pointing the finger at other people. But in fact, it was our own untrained, uninformed, unheard of, no knowledge, ignorant-minded, carelessness that causes us all this unnecessary pain, unnecessary stressful state of mind. Keep directing backward onto your focal point. And you will also notice that once you have established your focal point with Putto, you will also experience the expansions of this breath energy. It's a form of energy that the many Putto you find a bit of hardness, something like a bit of hardness, not very hardness. Right? And keep expanding. The more you Putto, you expand. That is nature. Let it expand. You just be the observer and enjoy. I use the word observe and be a witness to enjoy that. Wow, actually you can seek peace and calmness within. This is something money cannot buy. This is something that you don't need. You don't need a sleeping pills. What you need is what? Effort. What you need is what? Your faith, your trust, your convictions, your effort. Your conviction plus your effort in doing it. And what are all these things? They are called mindfulness. You're developing mindfulness because we have the conviction in doing. And we also have this presence of mind that know every aspect of the happening right here, right now. And as you continue to sit, continue to focus, you will also gradually notice that your whole bodily position start to straighten up. There's a powerful breath elements that will push your spinal cord to be straightened. Right? Don't resist. Anything that happens is a voluntary, natural, muscle and bone realignment. Let it happen internally. Right? As you straighten up, sometimes you might find wind in your intestine or stomach start to run out downward, and because of the focusing, the power of a focus on your lower abdomen, you might let go of your gas, or some things. Natural, okay. Don't try to control. Right? And you can see the expansion of this energy pushing up. Pushing upward. Just feel it, just focus it, and put you can see. That is the reason why I always encourage people to do long sitting. Right? Because it is only through long sitting that an individual will start to understand this kind of natural happening within our body. You just sit there and tell yourself, relax and focus and put. Then you see, let the natural phenomena review by itself. Let your mind sink into this state of calmness. Let your mind sink in this state of very, very calm state of mind. At certain point, if your repetition stop, or you have lose your focal point, re-establish again. Re-establish again. Restart the whole thing, again. Because the nature of the mind, it always involved, it has been, habitually thinking a lot of things unnecessarily. That was its nature, untrained mind. It always think without stop. And worse still, if you are designated with a task or duty, then you'll be cracking your head the whole night. Or you are doing certain responsibility that you're bonded to comply. You can see how this mind spins without stop. And of course, we are not going to break the cycle of thinking. But if we find that we are mentally stressful, mentally tired, we know the way to rest. We know we have a resting spot in ourselves. In our body, we know where to go and rest. Let the mind will take rest. While other people got to, leave the place or no, we just sit on the chair, turn around, close our eyes and bang, go inside there. Take a deep breath and woof, zoom inward. Let yourself recharge mentally. Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 5 minutes. You can feel the difference the minute you withdraw from concentration and you just step on to what the mind is still spinning in the scope of job. Straight away you get your answer. And you can think more sharper, more precise, more reasonable. That, how come I can think this way? Wow. See? Because why? Because the calmness, the power of calmness, the peace. So we continue to focus. Putto is what? The one who knows. Mindfulness, awareness. Putto. You find yourself more alert with Putto, more precise, more powerful. There's a form of energy that is quite powerful inside you, which everyone can tap on it, and you will experience it individually in your heart. That, wow, this is very good. Rather than letting your mind behave, it used to behave habitually and all over the place. It's not that we are not aware, we are aware, but we don't know how to handle the situation. Right? That's why today, ever since yesterday, there's a request. There was a request by the online meditator to do a guided meditation. Because all the time in my understanding, I thought that, we knew each other for quite long. I presume everybody understands how to meditate, how to compose the mind, how to develop a skill into directing the mind, the attention to focus on the present moment, Putto. And later I discovered, it's always very, very good to start up with a guided meditations so that you get everybody synchronized to calm the mind down, right? And you develop a skill, you develop a kind of knowledge of how to tap. I use the word tap, this internal power that everybody have the potentials to train, to experience, and to realize that everybody have that. Internally, we tap the energy to make it wake up. And we know how to discharge it and use it for our benefit. So if you can continue for 1 hour, we do it 1 hour. If you continue for 2 hours, we do it 2 hours. You can do it for 3 hours, the better. You find your mindfulness become more and more sharper, more and more prominent. Your put-to become prominent. Stand up. Very prominent, very powerful. So for the meantime, don't let go of the word put-to. Right? There are two types of people, many types of people, many temperaments. One, very lazy. They go in, they like sleeping, they want to rest and don't think of anything. Right? This is good for people who what? They think a lot. Very tiring already. So they go in, zoom. They let it rest for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then you start to put to, you see, what was your mind state? Whether your mind want to do the repetition or reluctant, or the mind resists, reluctant. Then you know that, okay, it's still tired. Okay, go and rest some more. There will be a moment. You sit, you rest until like you marble. Marble is what? You start to drift. Drift. I use the word drift. You start to develop a state of daydreaming. Daydreaming. That means you start to think of external things. Right? And you start to think this, think that, and you follow again. So what to do now? You repeat the word put-to again. Put-to. To establish your focal point, your anchor point, so that your mind will be established in this present moment. Even though there is thought is surfacing inside our mind of certain issue, but we observe this thought and accompany with put-to, so that we won't be dragged away externally. And this takes training. In order for you to appreciate what is called mindfulness that stand up or put-to, we can't identify. We don't know what is called the mind, what is called troubling mind. We thought that my mind is my mind. Why got all this so many components up there? Yeah, there are a lot. But because our mind never calm before, we can't see the contrast between a calm mind and a troubled mind. A mind that is encompassed with mindfulness, they're going to protect you from all this unwholesome thought that are going to make your mind falls into detrimental state. That's why we are here to meditate. We want to seek peace and happiness for ourselves, right? And we all hoping for that. And we want to understand how our mind operates, how our mind suffered, why. That's why we need to meditate to find why. And because we never develop a skill, we never develop We never develop a skill, we never know a method, the correct method of how to direct our mind and focus on one spot in the body. And that is stay put, to tap the concentrations. To grow, to nurture the concentrations, power, until it becomes more and more calm, more and more focus, where every individual will feel rapture, happiness arise in your mind, the state of gladness, the state of feeling very full, fulfilling, internally very fulfilling. And when that designated time is out, we take a few deep breaths and we withdraw from concentrations, and we just maintain the awareness, we put hold. We just maintain mindfulness in this present moment. Then you can see, wow, this is wonderful, very good. Very good. Until then, you will clear your doubts. You will have no doubts that our suffering are self-created suffering, self-created stress. When our mind venture externally, comment, externally, due to the sensory glands contact. Oh, the weather is very hot. Oh, it's a very pleasant smell. Oh, it's a horrible sound. Oh, I feel good. All this and all that. Before we can even understand in this more profound and deeper level of the mind, we need to calm the mind. If the mind is not calm, it is like we try to look into a pond of water, and the water is very milky. You can't see anything but mud. And this is what is happening in our mind. Muddy, can't see anything, not clear. But with the help of these concentrations, mindfulness training, concentration practices, all your habitual thinking, your thoughts, lessen, subsided, and calm down. It's just that the pond of water, the mud has sink down. All the dirt has come down, sink to the bottom of the pond. When you sink down, you see clearly, even though the water is brown color, right? You see most of the stream in Australia, the water is brown color, but it's clear brown color. You can see clearly. right? But when there's a lot of water rushing down, you will cook up the dirt. You cannot see clearly. So this is an analogy of our mind. This is an example of comparing to our mind state. A troubled mind state is like very milky. You can't see properly. You don't know what the heck is happening. You always react on emotion. And we thought that we are right. We thought that, well, what's wrong? Everybody doing the same thing. It's okay, yeah. The society is like that. Yeah, we get, Friday night, booze, let's go drink. Enjoy to the fullest. Well, and we never sit down and think, is this the type of lifestyle you want it to be? What does it contribute? What is the end result? What can we gain from all these type of activities? A lot of people, when they start to meditate, then they start to reflect, they start to think. They start to think logically. Last time they can't think logically because why? All the while it's not clear. The mind is very milky. They can't think, can't see properly. But once an individual started to observe the precept, remember precept. Precept is to restrain your actions, your speech. And meditations allows one individual to detect, to notice one own shortcoming and fault, wrongdoing. And this is how we can improve, correct ourselves, upgrade ourselves, move forward. It is through our own coming of the mind. In different level, we see the different level of shortcoming in ourselves. Because these evolutions of thought is from here, your heart, inside you. Your good friend may have these good intentions, good heart, to tell you, hey, you have this problem and this shortcoming. But let me tell you, you won't accept it. Politely, oh yeah, okay, I'll train, I'll do something about it. But inside you, nah. F you, who are you? You won't accept it. Even though we know we have this issue. Why? Because we don't see. We don't see in our mind that this is the cause of our problem. We don't see the emerging of this thought moment arising and how we latch and so attached. You need to have a calm mind, a very steady, stabilized mind state in order to arrest, to identify that, the thought may come, but I'm not going to do. unwholesome thing? No. We only do meritorious, skillful things. Nonsense? No. Push it away, brush away. Don't have to, be embarrassed about it. No. Brush it away. No second thought. Chop it. Then you're improving. The more you meditate, the more you see yourself improving, the more gladness arises. Your heart starts to open up bigger and bigger. Right? Unwholesome thing, you start to take out. You start to realize that, last time what I think that is right actually is wrong. Last time what we think that we are losing faith, actually we are stupid. And because of we are so fearful of losing our faith, we are so fearful of losing this pride and ego, that we hold on to our stubborn mind state that hinders us from progressing. We don't know. We don't know. We can only identify the problem when our mind calms down. It was through this calm mind that this thought of greed, defilement that arises, that we are able to arrest it, watch it. See the cause of our problem? Right there, that moment, boom! Explosion internally. You will be exclaiming, crying like a baby. Why am I so stupid all this while? Now that you know. You will exclaim when you see the insight that arises in you. You can cry like a baby, let me tell you, of how we human beings has been wasting our breath, our time, and the mind start to adopt a new form of habit. You look at everything, it's just compassion. Beautiful. How good, how wonderful if all the meditator can realize this Dhamma within themselves. The same thing of our attachment to this body, our attachment to external thing, is because our defiled mind, ignorant mind doesn't know, never contemplate, never consider, never think it over, never trash it out, that this body of ours are subjected to birth, aging, illness, and death. They're subjected to inconstancy, inconstance, keep changing. It doesn't belong to us. If it belongs to us, then we have the command. Hey, hair of the head, can you please don't change color? Can you don't grow so that I don't have to go and trim it? My nails, our nails, don't grow. Always remain the same style that we have color it. Now it change. You got to trim it. It grows. You don't listen to us. Our skin don't grow old. Hey, all this wrinkle don't come out. Be as youthful as possible. Does the skin listen to you or not? No. The hair start to drop, the skin start to get old, wrinkles start to develop. Your face start to change, colors start to change. Your energy start to drop. All these things develops. The nature of change. And because of our unknown, ignorant mind, defiled mind, that doesn't possess the knowledge, we are so attached. And our mind go in labor. This mind of ours is a great laboring guy. He always label good and bad according to your likeness, according to your liking. You like only, actually quite good, never mind. If you don't like, even good also become no good. You see, this is how our mind can be so prejudiced. And why? Because we are influenced by great hatred and delusions. We don't have concentrations. Our mind is not calm. Our mind is not developed. We don't have the wisdom. We don't have that contemplating mind state to define things within us. And we make believe. We make believe of things that we see, we hear. We think to be true. We make believe all these things in our mind. There's a mental notions. We make believe, oh, this is like that. And we hold so dear to that belief. We can't let go. Letting go is very painful. It's just as someone using a laser blade to cut deep into your skin that you don't want to let go. But the minute you watch it, you contemplate the nature of changes, the nature of no self. Your mind will come to a state of realization of release. You don't have to tell yourself to let go, let go. No. This supposition is you're still holding on to letting go. You just find your way there. Calm the mind. Elementary step, calm the mind down first. After calming the mind, then we watch how the mind brings suffering for oneself, how the mind aggravate problem within ourselves, where it's just a small thing, small problem. stop in your mind and that's it. But because of our dissatisfactions, feeling in ourselves, we blow things up. We multiply the fire already burned us. We carry on. And those people who doesn't know, listen to the tears, carry on. The fire just spread. Like the fire in Grampian, like that. With the wind, whoo, that's it. That's why, that is why karma arises from where? Here, inside your heart. If you want to stop it, stop here, not stop outside. That is not the real cause. The real cause comes from our own mind. When you see the real culprit within ourselves, with a very clear mind, there's no reason that the mind will attach. When you see the fault of all these things that are happening to you, there will come a time of maturity. Oh, enough, and bang, you see the happening. We call it the Magga Samakhi. Mag Samakhi. Yeah, your noble effort part. That means you're calm. I like to use this term, Magga Samakhi. We call it spiritual maturity. You're mature. Bang! And it happens also inside you. As externally, no one knows, only you know. Okay, you understand. You understand. Oh, you understand. And wow, you just so happy, so glad, and there will be another witness of the Supreme Buddha's teaching that Puttang Saranang Gacchami, I go to the Buddha for my refuge. Dhammang Saranang Gacchami, I go to the Dhamma as my refuge. Sanghang Saranang Gacchami, I go to the Arya Sangha for my refuge. For the second time, for the third time. With no doubt. You stand tall inside, brighten up, happy, only gladness and compassion for all beings. And people will confront you with all kinds of nonsense. Okay. They can say anything, you just putto. You're not immovable. It won't be a fact. Because you already know the truth that this kind, they come and aggravate things, is in pain. They got no peace, that's why they can't fight fault with you. So we are not going to add pain to the injury. One hand cannot clap. We exercise the quality of patience, endurance. And this thing just happened by itself. Internally, you got all your wisdom. Just like a Dhamma wheel spinning inside. Anything that comes, just spin. Bang. You got your answer. You have to read the book. You have this very sensitive, all-rounded answer within you. For these suppositions, Dhamma or Dhamma that can go beyond to cut your birth, aging, illness, and death. The doubts about the Dhamma, you got no doubts. We must practice until we have no doubt. We have to sit and sit and sit and walk and walk and walk and be mindful in our whole day activities. When you're feeling down, depressed, you know, okay, I'm down, I'm depressed. Why? How to not depressed? My friend play me out. What to do? Your karma, ya lo, my karma lo, what to do? You see? You're not going to yell, you're not going to shout, you're not going to curse and swear, you want to take revenge, no. You just accept it. The acceptance of what is happening to you, but not retrieving and give up that, that's it, I'm not going to do it. No. When there is problem coming along our way in our life, we take it as a challenge. We take it as a testing, a test in our practice, whether our practice is up to date or not. That is the practice. Not everything try to run to mommy, papa. Happy, how? Nah. Solve our problem. Until really can't solve, then we seek other people help. If not, help yourself. If you want to grow up, you better help yourself. AI can be very useful, but AI only make you dependent on them. It's worse than drugs. It make you stupid. You don't think for yourself. You took reliance. Everything we ask AI. Yeah? But of course, it can be very beneficial in our job. We don't have to spend so much time cracking our head. So, your spare time, what you do? Of course, watch show lah. See? Enjoy lo. See? No. Spend your time wisely. AI only help you to shoulder certain part of your job, but you still got to be responsible for your actions. Right? Same thing like Dhamma practicing. We read books to enhance our knowledge. We practice. The hands-on practice is to develop the confidence, is to develop that mental power within us, tap the energy up. Then we will understand, oh, okay, when I'm tired, boom, go into samadhi, go into concentration, let your mind rest, according to your time permit. It can be 15 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, up to you. And if we draw, you know, okay, this is only concentration practice, and you can divert it to do mental exercise. When you saw something externally, some accident, people die on the road, get involved with accident, and they lost their life. So what we perceive is an accident. What we understand, recklessness. They drink, they drive recklessly, they have no consideration for the safety of others. You see, the mind just bang, okay, I better be careful. I mustn't drive like what the other people drive, so that this thing won't happen to us, unless it's karmic. So you see the benefit of this mental cultivation that will really, really benefit oneself, that will really, really get you out of a lot of challenges which We can't foresee it's coming, but come what may, we take you on. Huh? I used to have this kind of attitude, never retrieve. Take on any kind of challenges, no retreat. Take on with Dhamma. We solve any kind of issue using the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha as our guideline. So, in this lifetime and many lifetimes to come, we will have the kind of link until you reach the shore of Nibbana. And that will be the sharing for tonight.
There's a question from online. Yep. So with regards to what you gave the instructions for this afternoon, when you said to meditate on the strongest and most prominent sensation in the body and focus on an area, this person feels that the point is in the forehead and there's a pressure and sometimes a pulsating sensation. When this person focuses on it, it becomes stronger. Should they change to another location? From what you've said tonight, the person is still not sure. Should they divert the attention to the lower abdomen and ignore the pressure on the forehead between the eyebrows? This person doesn't have high blood pressure, but that person feels there is a lot of energy in the head and sometimes feel like at the back of the head too. The sensation lessens or goes away when they divert the attention away. So what should they do?
Okay. By diverting is a kind of mental exercise. You can do diverting. Nothing wrong. So long you don't let this energy stagnant and cause you pain and tension. You can divert. The more you divert, the more you open up. It's just a pool of water when it's full. Right? First, we use it the natural way. Natural way, that means we can let the water, you put it in a high place, it will flow down naturally. Right? But, for example, if focus below, the water is below. So how are you going to bring up there? You need to shift your focus. That means you really got to manually do it. So these are just exercises, mental exercises, to let your mind to be active and understand your bodily conditions. At the same time, it enables one person to realize more about the Dhamma. For example, the nature of changes. Okay, now you'll be feeling the kind of fullness and calmness now. Then we start to divert your attentions to different parts of the body. You've got to use what? Your concentration power. And by directing, you will also find that after some time, the mind also get tired. Right? So how? Tired? Rest. You have all your resting spot. You already identified your resting spot. Your bus stop, your air stop, focal point 1, stop 2, stop 3. Those spots that you find comfortable, just zoom in there, just a camera, just zoom. And you find your mind just, when you have a really mature in your practice, this is what happened. This is what happened to me now. I don't have to say, go here, don't need. It happened by itself. You will go to this spot and auto, you will tap the energy from here. Right? You will tap there. And you know, just like power bank. Same. Like power bank. It's just like a power bank. Tap it. And you bring it along. You tired? Down. 15 minutes. And it's very, very beneficial, let me tell you. Super. Better than people venting their emotion externally. You are always composed. very composed, very perturbed. Composed but not serious, composed but relaxed and cheerful. Then he said, where did you get the energy? I said, I don't know. Yeah. But you need to meditate. Okay, you need to meditate only. It's very hectic, you know. You know the trip we go up there? It's a marathon trip, you know. Yeah. Keep shifting. And you see, but one thing good is the mind doesn't grumble. It's only the tiredness of the body. And like I say, easy, just sit only. Bang! Inside like a combustion. And it feels good. Yeah? Feels good. You'll be better if you have a cup of coffee. Okay?
There's another question, just to clarify the methods with regards to with the breath coming
No.
out.
No.
No? Okay.
No. Just put Tony. The breath, let it breathe by itself. When you try to use put in and toe out, if you're using the breath as your main focal point, by using foot toe, you put Tony, let the breath flow by itself. You will realize that when you put toe, until the mind, the thought formations start to slow down. Your thought formations start to slow down. Slow down. And you see your put toe also start to slow down. Thought formation slow down until everything just quiet. But now what is left? Breath. The breath will take over prominently. And you just bang, go to the breath. It's not wrong. That's why when we talk to a meditator, we don't want to argue who is right or who is wrong. A lot of people, they have doubts. I understand how they feel. Because they don't understand. So they have doubt. They're in a dilemma. Should I put toe or should I breath? What the heck? This fellow call me Amitofo, this fellow put toe. What is this? That's why I always tell people that don't worry, any method you practice, it's just a method. You choose the method that suits you and your mind like it, love it. You must like it. If you don't like it, you something like you're forcing yourself to do certain things. You better don't do. Because you'll be in a dilemma. Yeah? You'll be in a dilemma. You just put hold. But for me, I'm very, very fortunate. I train under different teacher. And for example, when I was staying with Ajahn Jeff trained with Samphanthawong, so we use breath, right? And my tendency is that I'm the kind of outgoing type, very rugged, harsh, like a hot, very harsh spot. I find breath too. No kidding. Yeah, it's true. And I can sit for a long hour, but nothing seems to be happening. I sit many hours, I can sit I can sit very long. Sit until after 3 hours, I start to yawn. I said, okay, I start to walk. I said, if the mind is so calm, what should I do next? Actually, I should maintain mindfulness. But I don't know what the heck is called mindfulness. I only know what is called concentration. So mindfulness must just be aware. I don't know. So I was so I went to Ajahn Chel, I said, Ajahn, I want to go to Dhamma. I know my type, I must look for hardship. I just like this type of hardship. I don't know why it's crazy. That's my tendency. Then I can feel that I'm meditating. But if I stay in the place to relax, I will be very lazy. I don't know why. All the chores cannot calm me down. I'm too hyper. Yeah, too hyper. The temple is so big. I completed the chores by myself. It's true, let me tell you. I can wash all the toilet. Even nobody using it, I'll still wash. I got a kind of, don't know how crazy attitude, but it's good attitude. They like me, the people like me. They say, oh, don't worry. If Keng is around, don't worry. Everything will be cleaned up. I clean until I go in and mess up with the kitchen until the kitchen lady cry. Yeah, because I clean so clean, they're not there to use. And when I come back again, I say, how come you never clean? That was the kind of fanatic kind of doing things. People get so pressurized when I'm around. Oh, he's back. But it was a kind of my state, my demand for the standard, perfectionist, but never perfect. And people who stay with me got hardship. Yeah, I go there to the toilet, what is it? They say, must clean until like that? I say, yes. The cover, toilet cover, I take out, what is all this marking? What marking? You cannot see a marking. Marking, not stain. Oh. But that is character. And we need to, I went to stay in Nung Chia, and Nung Chia is a kind of Zen master, very rough. We just can click. I saw him. Hey, I like this monk. He's a calm, very macho, smoke, like a big brother. He tap him. The pool ball. He's a Teochew Nang. Ojiok. His name is Ojiok Dai Si. Among the Bangkok Keng in Bangkok is very famous. A lot of Chinese disciples. And he taught in Teochew. That's why he helped to convince my mom and dad. I brought my mother and my father to see Luang Pu. And Luang Pu make a statement, your son is the most smartest man on earth. And my mother, why? He's so stupid, so thin. You see other monks so fat. He take one meal so thin, very skinny. Luang Pu say, no. And then Luang Pu speak in Teochew. Dinh pa, the thoa dinh pa. Chúc cây gõ chặt ni. I have been ordained more than 50 years. You see, also one meal. I'm so fat. He show off his fat. Every parent's always concerned about how skinny you should be putting on more weight. That's all. Yeah. But Luang Pu really tell them, don't worry, your son is with me. You look at those food, wow, a lot of food. It's funny. There's a concern. Yeah? And he used Putto, Luang Pu used Putto, because I was stuck for so long, I don't know what to do next. So I went to see him. He said, Putto, you go to Putto. When your mind stops, very down, don't know what to do, repeat the word Putto. To make your mind alert and be aware. If not, you will drop into a stage of what? Drowsiness. And you thought you're meditating, but you're like, right? Shifting, shaking to your left, shaking to your right, and then going forward, backward, sitting. You tell them, I'm sitting what? but no mindfulness, no awareness at all. You're aware, but you're aware you're dreaming. You can even dream and talk to yourself and I'm meditating. It can happen. It happened to me. That's why I know something is wrong. I was stuck in that kind of mind state for 6 months. I can see for long, very long. First 3 hours very good, but after that, like, don't know where am I. I say, something is wrong. How come I don't know what I'm doing? So we really need someone who experienced to tell you. I know. I stay at Ajahn Chah, say, look at the 5 khandha. I say, how to look? Go to the 5 khandha. I say, how to look? I don't know. But when we stay Luang Pu, really, he give you 1-to-1 guidance. Say, meditate now. I say, has your mind calm down? Calm down. Okay, next thing. I open my eye. You imagine a knife. Cut your body. Bisect all your whole body. Put it in front of you. Burn it. And then you ask yourself, what is there left behind? I say, what is there left behind? He wants you to think. I say, Luang Pu, I try so hard to calm the mind, ask me to think again. He say, you need to think to get the wisdom, to educate your mind, stupid monk. Why? I still don't get it. Until I left, then I went to the forest. I got lost in the forest. That time my mind was, it's crazy, sort of very undecided whether why my meditation is not doing well. I can't even concentrate. Don't talk about watching the breath. Just don't want to meditate like crazy like that. I'm like out of my mind. At the time I smoke. Those natural tobacco leaf, they plant by themselves, they cut, the heel trap, big churut, they call it, something like that. About half about this size, the blue color like that. One day, one stick, it's all a mabok already. And I walk until almost dark. Then I say, hey, where am I? How to go back? You see, when your mind, you're like mindless. Like crazy people, no direction, you just walk. Oh, very dangerous. Got very scared. I was very scared, very worried because got tiger the area. Yeah, the place got a lot of tiger, bear, wild animal. Wow, this thought just arise. The fear just sits you. I almost cry. Until I urinated wet, scared until you urinate. So horrible, And I shouted to Luang Pu Man, please help me, Luang Pu Man, I'm lost. Yeah? And there's a noise, there's a voice from the sky. Kesa, Loma, Naka, Tanta, Tacho. I quickly sit and meditate at a spot. When I hear the noise, the voice, Kesa, I focus on the head, Loma, hair of the body, Naka, my nails, Tanta, teeth, Tacho, skin. And reverse. Just one round, the mind enter deep samadhi. from a very delirium mind state like hell, enter somebody, BAM! And withdraw, oh, like a superhero. No fear, just now was like hell, now like heaven. Very brave. Very brave now. Very brave, very steady. Okay, how to go back now? Then in my heart, I think, please may the divine being, the Deva, if you are real, please give me a sign how to go back. Because it's all dark already, I don't know which direction to go. So I heard dog fighting far away. Hey, because it follows anything that trigger very loud. Hey, this direction. Got dog fighting, that means got human being. That moment, there was no fear. I don't even think whether there's a hole, there's a river or what. No. I just have my sabong and the cow cloth, red cloth. I cover my... Take a deep breath. Please, the noise don't stop. But I already roughly know the direction. Bam! I just go. What? I can only feel something hook onto me. I just continue. Just bash through. Bushes, not because I can't see anything, I just bash through. I hit bushes, I just go. Oh, all the scratches, face. Until I see the silhouette of a roof. Hey, there's houses. I walked to one house and I asked them, what village is this? I said, Washaku. Washaku is the village I stay at. So I try to locate which house is this. Then I see, okay, the temple is in front. And I walk on the road until I reach the temple. It's a small, maybe where you're sitting there, about this big. Small, wooden sala, open air. So I wash my leg, go inside, bow to the Buddha, I sit down. How come my body is so painful? Like a lot of things on my face. No? Who is she? How come got blood? A lot of blood, like thorns, small thorn on the face. I got fever the next day, and it was 4 degrees. I only got one blanket, like a crazy monkey jumping the whole night. 4 degrees. I said, you got to endure that kind of hardship, Got to endure, and then I go for my arms round, my leg can't disappear. Barefooted. I don't feel my leg at all. But I can walk, I don't feel anything. So when I hit on the rock or what, I don't feel pain at all. But 12 o'clock, oh shit. How come my fingers nails so painful? Because you can't control, so you just hit on something. You don't know you're hitting. It's very dangerous, very painful. And I come back, it's only plain rice and chili. I look at myself, I pity myself. Why? Why, Keng? You stay in the temple, so good, you come in. Look for this thing for what? You crazy or what? On one side, should I go back? On one side, you ordained to eat or what? No. So there's a tug of war. Yeah, always there's a tug of war. It was very good training, actually. Very good training. Training to be tough. You see? And yeah. So after I endured for a few days, I said, no, I want to seek help. So I went to the soldier, because it's near the border between Thailand and Burma. There's this, call it the ground force, border forces, army force. So they have a lot of blanket. I went there, I tried to hint to them. I say, oh, the weather very cold. Yeah, 4 degrees. How you stay? Try to express my concern. Actually, no one to see whether you got blanket or not. But they are very good. Very good. Once I start to ask, I think they see me like stricken. And then one of the sergeant, he went into the room, their storeroom. He bring one stack of blanket. Wow! When they saw him brought out the blanket, I remember I said, don't be happy. Is it for you or what? I don't know yet. But it's very good. I said, หลวงพี่ครับหนาวมาก4 องศาเอาไปใช้ครับ I almost cried. And he gave me coffee and sugar. Wow! Coffee and sugar. Wow, that was like most happiest moment in my life. Like straight 40, straight all 3. No, nothing. I managed to have some decent blanket put on because the kuti got hole, and then all the wind will come in. All the kuti, it's torturing. Not like here, it's all concealed with insulation. No insulation in Thailand kuti, got holes some more. Then the hole so big. I tried to use paper roller. I tried to. Cannot. When the person is at his wit's end, he try all means to help yourself. Yeah. I try to set up a stove to keep myself warm in the kuti. Then cannot. When the kuti got burned. There's a lot of dilemma up there. A lot of concentration, a lot of tug of war, fighting up there. But it was good. Then I recall back now. If now you make me go and stay, I die. It's true. Those training that now sure die. How to withstand 4 degrees? No joke. And at night, I'm very on the ball type, I wake up at 3, make sure I wake up at 3 and walk. Very cold, still walk. Shivering walk. With all the leg all crack, all the walk. And then remind myself, want to born or not? Born again? Born again? Come back again? He said, no more. Come again, I want to come again. No. So this training, we remind ourselves.
On the topic of walking meditation, the questions come up with reciting Buddha while walking. Do we have to find the point of awareness on our body, example lower abdomen, or is there another?
On the feet. When you walk, the touching of the feet is your focal point. And your mind can go into samadhi very fast. And then a few rounds, you see the mind, like an aeroplane landed. Yeah. Very good. My mind calmed down faster in walking than sitting. When I walk, that's why I like Tudong. That's why I like the tendency of walking. The movement of the leg, the touching. Your mind can come very fast. And the concentration sustain longer. Very powerful. Or slow jogging. Jogging. Also very good for concentration practice. You don't underestimate, no. Because when a person walk, when his mind get calmed down, the speed just increase like you're doing slow jogging. You just go, yeah, like floating. When you hit the number 3 hour onward, your whole body just, it's no more walking. It's your mind just focus on it. You just give a command, go, and you're like when you got to hit 3 hour, then you get we call it form. You must have the form, the vigor, they call it om. Thai word om. Om. It's just like running. I don't know whether you ever do marathon running. You run until you reach a very high level, and you just enter a state of samadhi, and the body just moves by itself. It's very powerful. Yeah. So when you see monks walk for long hours, don't think they are crazy, They are enjoying. The absorption in the walking, absorb. You see? But our walking here is keep looking at the time. Go look at the time. So you never absorb. You got to forget everything, just concentrate. If you don't feel tired, don't stop. If you feel tired, my leg sore already, and then you stop. Then you look, 6 hours already.
Chakun, there's another question, because you taught Metta Meditation the other day. This person does not feel any Metta within that person when I mentally recite Metta phrases during Metta Meditation. Is there any advice you can give?
Not enough. He doesn't do enough. Or I mean he's trying to spread thoughts better than another person.
Yeah, they don't feel it. They can recite the phrase, but they don't feel it.
No, you got to when you recite, you got to like recite in your focal point. May I be well and be focused there. Something like same thing like putto. Instead of putto, may I be peaceful and happy, healthy and strong in that spot. You feel it. Because just recite with no focal point. How to feel it? And you are not a seasoned practitioners. Even we are seasoned practitioner with recite. It takes me about half round. Sappe satta, sappe panna, sappe putta, sappe pukala, sappe atta pariyapanna, sappa atta pariyapanna, sappa itiyo, sappe purisa, sappe ariya, sappe anariya, sappe deva, sappe manusa, sappe vinipatika, avera, abhaya, bhajanika, sukhi, at the 12 kinds of beings. And the mind, after half round, I can feel the rapture come, the metta, the kind of comfort, very, very nice feeling arise from your heart. From your heart, Thank you. Okay.
No more questions.
Yep. No.
I have a question.
Okay.
When you talk about sitting for a long time, like 3 hours, is it advisable to move if we're sore or not?
Yeah, you may move.
Okay.
You may move. If 3 hours, to only people to be able to sit 3 hours, yeah, good. No, normally they sit 1 hour, 15 minutes, they start to move already. You got to sit longer. Sit longer. If you want to calm the mind down, you got to sit longer.
I just like a question. Even if you sit longer, it doesn't mean you go into samadhi, isn't it?
No. You sit longer, your mind can absorb in a kind of calmness.
Yes.
Right? And the calmness already give you the kind of energy in your mind. You're very fortified. with the energy. That means you feel the kind of firmness, very steady. You're doing well.
But there's no, but
It's samadhi already. This is called samadhi.
very, very big.
Shallow. Yeah, very shallow. Very shallow samadhi. Of course, the most powerful one, but not everyone can attain that kind of samadhi. Not everyone. Not everyone. Not everyone.
I realize that not everybody can go.
Unless you are in danger. Lor. Normally your mind will retreat into very deep samadhi when you come to a head-on crash. Danger in danger. Like maybe you go to this kuti and at night there's this being want to attack you. This ghost. So what you do? You pop. Yeah, it happened. Like recently in one Metta, Ajahn Jeff's temple, there was this lady. She was a cook from Colombia, and she stayed inside this kuti, which was built by the monastery to let the lady to have an individual kuti. And during COVID time, she got a heart attack, and she died in the kuti. She died in the kuti last year, and she was very attached to her kuti. So no one go inside there. She will haunt you. Yeah. So there was this Mechi from Thailand. She went to one Metta, and no one tell her. And I'm going to stay. So she, good thing. And she going to stay. And she can't sleep the whole night. This lady come and haunt her. Like, get out from my kuti, get out. And because this Mechi, goes, she went to samadhi, Jit Luom, the samadhi. And she was very happy, lucky, thank you, ghost. If without the ghost, the mind won't. Yeah. So that's why you see, that's why we like to put ourselves in a very critical situation to meditate. It's not that we are crazy, no. We like to find a spot that is challenging, right? That we know that this place. Okay, let's try it.
Nice.
Tomorrow we'll go outdoor meditations. It's good. Let me tell you, it's good experience. Before you all want to organize in Sydney, try Yu Yang first. Yu Yang, the real one. You got a very beautiful big rock there. The best spot. You go there, you will know.
Let's go.
Want to go now?
Yeah,
no, it's too late. Tomorrow.
Is it same place as last time when
Huh?
we went on retreat? Same place as.
You all been there before, right?
Yeah, last retreat.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't scary because we all stayed together.
Definitely. Even though I split you up, this is always the case. It happened to every retreat that I organized in China, in Fuqing. So I designated you means one person sit in this cemetery, spacing two, and then another one sit. I thought already positioned them ready. After I position last person, I come back, all gather together. Because they're scared of ghosts. I asked them, did you see the ghost? They worry they see ghosts. Even the monk also. The most funniest thing is there was about seven Mahayanist monks and a few nuns. They are the one that not there to go to the cemetery. The lay people all go. So I say, what are you sitting here? I say, so I'm very quite direct. I say, shame on you, you know. How can you so chicken feet? It's chicken feet. Go. Reluctant to go. Until the 4th day. Every day I said, don't you have some shame? The lay people all go already. You monk and bhikkhuni stay back. Enjoy the aircon. And it's like, I know why. They like to do chanting and judge people. If your precept is not pure, this is going to happen. There's a lot of fear in you. Therefore, us, do or die, die. We have no fear, we just go and die, we're prepared to die. You know, every time I go to a place, I prepare myself, I'm prepared to die. So I got no issue. Yeah. Because we have nothing, what is there to linger on? Just go. But they scared. 4 days, then after the 4th day, then they go. So I send it far away. Normally it's only like down here to the back of the place where you sleep. No, I bring them to a few mountains. And then from there, I dispatch. You hear, walk. You hear. You say, so far away 这么远啊不用怕的，不会死的，死了就帮你活埋了。You will be surprised. A lot of monks, they never go and meditate in the cemetery. You'll be surprised. A lot of monks, they never do outdoor meditation. When I assign them, bring them up. Ajahn, I never meditated before in my life. Huh? You kidding? Yeah. Wow. Then you'll be a good exposure now. Go. I let him lead now. I lead now. Yes. You better lead. If the ghost come, you will first to get it. He's not there to go. In the end, I'm going to tell the lay people to lead him. But he still go, but the lay people lead him then. I say, oh, shame on you. Oh no. You don the robe and you so attached to comfort. Attachment to comfort. Yeah. And they talk about Nibbana. They tell about letting go this, letting go that. I said, hey, go for the training first before we talk. Go and sit in the forest, go and sit in the remote area, no food area, harsh condition. Then we talk about Nibbana later. No, it's in the heart. No, go first. You want to receive the, every time they want to chicken out, they say, all in the heart. So all in the heart, I cover everything. I say, I can't see your heart. But I can see your attitude. You are scared. You're not there to take the challenge. That is you. You don't like me, huh? Every time I give you tip, they are rating go down. Yeah, because I sabo them. I bring the standard so high they can't do it. But if those who hear my advice, they will progress in the sasana. They will progress in the teaching of the Buddha, dimensions. The Buddha never asked you to attach to comfort, I mean, for monks. Because 富贵修行难, comfort kills the ordinance. 富贵修行难. Kasi? 富贵. 富贵. 富贵修行难. Comfort, attachment to comfort, you can't practice. After too many mosquitoes, so much housefly, so much sandfly, cushion so hard, no blanket, no this, no that, all kind of complaint. How to practice? Yeah? Cannot. Why we want to expose ourselves to all this harsh condition, want to test ourselves? Can you go through this thing without grumbling? I don't know. Try it. Okay, try. Go. This is how we push ourselves. Have you walked through the mind field? Hey, crazy or what? Try it. Okay. You can lose your feet, A bit harsh, this one. They will say, you're crazy. This, you go with him, he's crazy. He's nut. This one is nut. I prefer to go alone, so you don't get blamed from other people. Because this is self-training. You push yourself to the limit, then you know what's called the middle path. You still haven't pushed Majjhima Patipatha. What called Majjhima? With a lot of food, a lot of comfort, you're talking about Majjhima. The food is not warm up, get angry. How come not organic one? Especially the Nibbana, got organic Nibbana. This is must touch the button a bit. Okay.